Alright, I'm starting up the stream. Looks like it's going. Hi everyone, I'm TigerOcty3, and today we're going to go through a few changes to the deck, which I have made offline because they were small, and I figured I'll make the video about them. So first thing, the previous way of making maxlen read-only that we did like the last stream or the one before, that doesn't work. Looks like it works, but it ends up the maxlen that you set is applied for the entire class. So if you have more than one deck, they will all have a maxlen of whatever the most recent created max is. Most recently created deck's maxlen. So if you make a deck of maxlen 3, and then you make a deck of a maxlen 5, both of those decks will now have a maxlen of 5, which is wrong. So I've come to the conclusion that there's really no way to do that in Python. Note, in Python you can go outside of Python and write something in C, like collections.deck, where maxlen really is read-only. And then you can make your private or static or const or whatever you have, then you can do that. But not here. So maxlen, we're going to go this route, just double underscore, which means it's super private or something. It's not actually private. You can access it from outside whenever you want, but it adds the class name before that with an underscore. So it would be my deck dot underscore dq double underscore maxlen. That's about it. And then we have this, and that is retrieved with properties. So if you try to say my deck dot maxlen equals something, it will tell you no. But if you want, you can change the double underscore maxlen, and it will work fine, because that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That was an annoying bug to realize. I really should have tested multiple decks when figuring out that maxlen stuff, but I didn't think of that until yesterday. So what was the other thing? The other thing was this parent thing in string that's supposed to determine whether a call to this method is the top level one, the first one, the parent. And eventually we had another parameter here saying parent equals true, and then whenever this method wanted to call itself elsewhere, it would explicitly pass false. But we took that out and said we can just infer whether it's the parent from whether anything has been seen or not. So we had the parent, and what we had before was just boolean of seen. But when the seen set was empty, that would mean it is the parent. So a falsy value for seen would mean a true value, or should mean a true value for parent, but it was the other way around. It was falsy value for the set, resulting in false. So that was just backwards. So I added not there, and that's fine. One more thing, I changed this up a little on this thing. Instead of explicitly writing DQ here, the name of the class, I insert that in the format call with type of self dot name, which is the name of the class. Because we have self, our instance of the object, we get its type, and then we get a type object, and the type object's name is the name of the class. So the type object would have a representation of opening angle bracket, class, and then repro of the class name, quote DQ or whatever, and then quote, and then angle bracket. But we want just DQ, and that is its name. So we put that in here, and also we don't want to write DQ over here, so we just have a format string saying it's the name of the object's type. And that is pretty much it. I referred to this twice, so I could just save it up here, but that would add a line, and I don't want to do that. And I'm totally cool with a 98 column line. That doesn't bother me. If it gets to like 120, starts being like here-ish, because 20 characters is this much, so it would be out here for 120. And then here would be 130-ish maybe. So 140, 150, that's a little much. Now this window is smaller than an ordinary monitor. If I had it full screen, then there would be a lot more space, and I can certainly show you that. But even with this, getting out here is just too much to look at and understand. So I think 100 to 120 is my personal preference for line lengths. In chat, Cao says, "Pay." Hi. And yeah, today's going to be a short stream because it's just needed this. Because otherwise it wasn't, it was initially seeing that it wasn't the parent, and so it wasn't adding its own ID to the scene set, and it was getting repeated, so it was too many levels of showing DQ with DQ of DQ. So this fixes that, and this isn't a bug fix, it just allows us to change the name at the top here and not have to make any other changes except to all the doc strings, which would, oh, that was supposed to be hey. So, hey, how have you been? I have been fine. How are you? We are coding, sort of. So, so we've got this that we can change once and not have to change anywhere else, except for the doc strings. But that won't introduce any bugs if we otherwise might forget to change something somewhere or not notice. So there's that, the parent, and read-only attributes are not a thing in Python. You can sort of pretend, but no. You can never prevent someone determined enough from just accessing that. Sorry. So that's pretty much it. Maybe point of sale graphical thing at some point. And there's still mini metro to see the new levels. I don't know if they'll be that different from the ones that are already there. I think the only actual interesting change between levels in mini metro is sometimes there's a river and you have to build a bridge or a tunnel over it. And so that's maybe I'll do that. And apart from that, I do not know. But Some people sometimes ask in the comments, where do you stream? I stream on YouTube, and then the videos are automatically archived, so you can see them also still on my channel. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, etc. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one.